Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a mastery empowerment course brought to you by New Earth One Network. Today, we're talking about moving into New Earth, and that really requires letting go of the past. And my guest today is here to help us do that with the help of the Mary Magdalene Collective. Adalina East is here, and I want to welcome her to this New Earth One Network Mastery Empowerment course. Hello, Adalina.
Hi, so good to be with you again, Loren.
It is so wonderful to be with you again, too. This is all about our higher self connection. And so, the deep shedding that goes on when we do this, it truly is letting go of the past. This is going to be a very special time with you today. So, we thank you for being here and we allow you this space.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So, when I was preparing for today's course, I was hearing from the guides. I work with a lot of different guides. As a transformational healer, I work with the Archangel Collective, the Pleiadians, the Syrians, Draconians, the Ancient Lemurians, the Mary Magdalene Collective, and so many more. And what they've really been bringing through lately is that in order for us to move into our future, we have to let go of our past. As a person who studied neuroscience and counseling for many years, I can tell you that the clients that I've worked with who've been able to move into their own future, into the future of their creation, the most smoothly and with the least amount of drama have been the people who have done a lot of the tougher work of digging through their past and learning the lessons they had to learn and then releasing, allowing themselves to release that past so that they can make way for the future, especially a future of their own making. And so what I wanted to talk about today is first, I wanted to introduce everybody to transformational healing, which is a modality that I discovered and unearthed when I was very, very ill and could not even get up from bed. So first, we're going to walk through a meditation and a transformational healing process in order to heal any traumas or triggers that you have going on within you that are holding you back from being able to heal fully so that you can step into your future. And we will also have beautiful channeled transmissions from the Mary Magdalene Collective and perhaps a few other spirit guides as well. Sound good?
Thank you so much. It already feels so much lighter.
Oh,
And
good.
um, we're already feeling this density release just by listening and seeing you. So it sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Loren. So let's jump right in together. I want to walk you through a little bit of the background of transformational healing so that you understand what you are participating in today. So we know from modern day neuroscience that in order for us to fully heal, it involves our brains. Our brains are the master computer for our soul and our body and mind. And what we've found in the most recent studies in neuroscience is that it is possible to retrain your brain, to retrain it out of a place of being very triggered and to train it into a place of joy and looking to the future. So in transformational healing, what I like to do with clients is to make sure first that you understand the way that it works within your brain so that you know what's happening as we do the work, and also to understand the spiritual side of things, because when we blend science and spirituality, we get miracles. It just always happens. And so that's what we're going to do today. In terms of the science behind transformational healing, it works with our brain on a number of levels. So one of the most important parts of our brain is the limbic brain or the limbic system. And you've probably heard of this before. When people say they go into a fight or flight moment, like if you get into a car accident or you hear some very shocking and dismaying news, your whole body is affected by this process that's happening in your brain. Your brain is telling your body to speed up your heart rate, to cause sweaty palms and sweaty feet, maybe sweating in other areas too. Your brain is causing your body to move blood more quickly to stop digestion, to stop reproduction, to stop anything that's not absolutely essential in that moment so that you can run from a predator. The limbic brain is the part of our brain that's like the cave person brain. So it adapted to that kind of environment. And though we don't always have to run from predators these days, we have our own modern world predators, right? We have things that just cause us to get so inflamed and so upset and so angry. And when those things happen, our body goes into fight or flight. One of the first tools that we really need in order to heal our bodies, our minds, and our spirits is to be able to be in a place of peace and calm. And that's why all of the most recent studies are encouraging you to meditate now, which is so exciting to me. I love that more people are meditating now. But meditation can bring you into that state of calm and peace that you really need in order to heal and in order for your brain to reroute certain signals to calm your body down and go into a place of digesting your food, healing whatever needs to happen, turning over your cells so that they're renewed and refreshed and ready to heal you. And this process is something that we also go into in transformational healing. So we go into your limbic brain and we work with the hippocampus, the hypothalamus, the amygdala, and the cingulate gyrus. And these are 4 components of the limbic brain. They all hold memory, they retain memory. So for example, our amygdala, it's a part of our limbic brain around here, it tells the rest of our brain and our body to associate fear with something specific. So I'm going to give you an example of this, something that you might want to work on in today's class. Let's say that you were in a car accident years ago, and it was years ago, and you're driving again and going about your normal life, and that's great. But there is still a moment in you that freezes a little bit at a stop sign, or maybe your shoulders clench up like this when you realize you're going to have to stop quickly. That's still trauma manifesting in your body because your brain has gotten into a cycle of believing that every time you have to slam on the brakes, you're going to get into a car accident and get hurt and wreck your car and possibly hurt another person because it learned that long ago. And so in order to sort of talk ourselves out of this trauma response, we are going to write over this memory. So if the memory is about a car accident, what I encourage you to do is to write over that memory. So see yourself in the car where you got into the accident. Watch yourself pulling up to the light, coming to a very calm and easy stop. There's no one ahead of you. There's no one who's about to hit you. Everything looks good on the sides and the back. You're playing the radio. Maybe you're singing along with a wonderful song. Maybe you have your spouse or one of your kids in the car with you and you're hanging out with them and enjoying yourself. So we want to rewrite over that old memory, reassuring our limbic brain, reassuring our amygdala that it can make new associations. It doesn't have to associate getting into a car with a fright response. The hippocampus also lets us know, it's another part of our limbic brain, and the hippocampus also lets us know when things should be connected. So for example, that car accident thing that I was referring to earlier somehow became associated with going to the grocery store because perhaps on that trip where you got into the accident, you were on your way to the grocery store. And though you still go shopping and do what you have to do to live in this adult world, there are moments in the grocery store where you feel a little bit panicked and a little bit off. And it's not having to do with the current health situation in our world. It's been with you for years. So when we do this rewriting process of the memory, you are reassuring your hippocampus that it can associate the grocery store with something different. So you can visualize yourself in the grocery store singing a song, listening to a podcast on your phone, listening to Loren's show. You can visualize yourself, finding your favorite aisle of crackers and cookies and just going nuts and getting everything that you want. Whatever brings you happiness and joy in that moment. And when we do this work together, when we go back into these memories to rewrite them, we are sending the signal to our body, mind, and spirit that it's okay to calm down. It's okay to create different associations to different stimulus. And when we bring in the spirit guides to work with us on these things, oh, everything gets magnified to the nth power. So I'm not sure if you're a math person, but just imagine the highest exponentiation of add-on to this healing work, because the guides come in and they witness all of this taking place. Usually the guides will deliver a message, also a general message. And then they deliver these beautiful healing tones. They deliver them right through my voice. So I'm able to hear them and I deliver them out to you. And then the guides ask you to also tone with us. And this is another thing that has its roots in science. So we all have a vagus nerve. It's our fifth cranial nerve. It extends out of our brain back here. And that fifth cranial nerve is part of this whole fight or flight and calming down response. The vagus nerve is a major, major part of our immune system also. And so if you have something physical that you're trying to heal today, and I truly believe that anything that's physical is rooted in emotional and spiritual things. But if it's manifesting physically, using this work to work with your vagus nerve to get your body healing itself again will be incredible for you. The vagus nerve gets toned when we tone. So when we make certain humming sounds with our mouths, the vagus nerve feels very happy and starts to express its joy by allowing us to heal ourselves by stimulating that immune system in a calm and balanced way. So if you're having autoimmune things, it means your immune system is working overdrive. Toning your vagus nerve will also help it to calm down and work in a more linear way so that you can heal yourself. I'm so looking forward to sharing all of this with you.
Toning the vagus nerve and all of it, and working with the spirit guides, and so beautiful. So we're excited to experience this now. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask everyone to meditate with me. I like to start by breathing together because our pranic breath allows us to join together. I can see all of our auras connecting. And so we get to work with each other's healing energy as well, which is so beautiful. So I'm going to ask everyone to sit back in your seat and close your eyes. And let's take some deep breaths together. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once more, breathing in together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And continue breathing this way throughout the process. And I'm going to go into a trance state in meditation and welcome in our guides. Greetings to all of you. We're so very pleased to be with you. We are the Mary Magdalene Collective, and we've been sent here today to work with you on letting go of the past. For when you let go of the past, you are able to welcome in a new future, as well as your higher self, and to begin to work with your higher self as a means of understanding your future path, as a means of guidance and way showing. But of course, all of this must take place as you heal yourself, as you continue to let go of the past and let go of what might have been holding you back from stepping into your highest self. And so today we will work with all of you to let go of what is holding you back from this, for we cannot wait to share the joy with you as you go on to discover your higher self and work with your higher self to move forward. And we do see you moving forward in a completely new and different way. For example, if you've been somewhat stuck in a certain career path that you feel is not serving you, doing this type of healing work can allow you to let go of whatever it is that is making you feel as though you must stay there. To let go of whatever chains that bind you to that kind of work that is no longer serving you. And these may be things that you've not thought of yet. They may be traumas and things that happened in your childhood that you've not yet realized. And we will address this with you today. Again, we're so very pleased to be with all of you. We're so very pleased to deliver these messages and to witness you healing yourselves to step into your highest worth. And now we ask that you walk through this meditation with us. For when we ascend ourselves to the place of source energy, all things are possible. And so we ask you to ground your feet into your new earth. And we ask you to take a moment here and build out your new earth. It will look exactly as you imagine it. If you have not started imagining and visualizing your new earth and the place which you will go, we ask you to do so now. Perhaps it is a beach, perhaps it is a forest, perhaps it is your own backyard with a tree house. Perhaps it is all the way up in the place of source energy with us. Whatever it is that you are picturing here, please go with it. Trust your intuitive instincts. Trust that voice within you that is allowing you to move forward. And now build this space out. See the sky. See the ground beneath your feet. See whatever is surrounding you here. Perhaps you have some of your animal friends, trees and flowers. And again, this is your new earth, so build it out to your specifications. There is nothing impractical about any of this. Of course, you may have purple sky with pink clouds if you wish. And now that you've built this place so beautifully, remember that you will come back here later on. But softly and slowly, begin to bring your mind, body, and spirit up through the sky, up through the clouds, up through the planets and the stars, waving hello to your star brothers and sisters on the way up. And further up, through the colors of the universe, the reds and oranges, yellows, greens, blues, pinks, and purples. And keep moving up through the laws of the universe, and all the way up until you reach this place of iridescent light. And as you walk into this space of beautiful iridescent light, we ask you to take a deep breath in and watch as this light moves through your nose, your throat, all the way down into your lungs, forming a protective barrier here, improving your health and well-being. And continue taking deep breaths in and out, breathing in this iridescent light. It's glittery and pearlescent, Beautiful. And now we invite in all of the spirit guides of this group. And there are many. We are surrounded by your ancestors. The Pleiadians have joined us, as well as the Arcturians, the Syrians, and the Archangel Collective. And we will speak as a one voice. And now we ask you very gently to go back in time. Go back in time just for a moment to a memory that is plaguing you, that is deeply affecting the quality of your life now. And you will know what this memory is. We encourage you to use the first thing that comes to mind, for your intuition is strong. And imagine this scenario, but not all the way through. We ask you to imagine the setting of where it was. Were you indoors or outdoors? Was there carpeting on the floor or was it hardwood? What color was the room painted? And if you were outside, what was the landscaping like around you? Was there cement? Was there grass? Were you outside of some kind of building or structure? Bring all of those things in. And if there were any voices around you, hear those voices as well. Hear any other sounds that were around you. Were there any traffic noises or church bells? Anything that you were hearing? Bring those sounds in now. And were there any smells around you at this time? Did you smell anything in particular? And bring those smells in as well. And now we will ask you to rewrite this memory. So just as this channel explained earlier, if there was a car accident and you want to rewrite the car accident, imagine yourself calmly stopping at a stoplight, listening to the radio, singing along, perhaps having someone that you love in the passenger seat next to you, and just going on with your day, letting it be a calm and easy and peaceful day. If there were parts of this memory that involved a person saying something hurtful, we encourage you to watch that person say something loving and encouraging to you. Like you are incredibly intelligent, you are so capable. I'm so impressed with you, I'm so proud of you. Whatever it is that you need to hear, that would be the most empowering thing for you and for your relationship with that person. If this feels far-fetched for you and you're unable to conjure that in your mind, we ask you to use the face of a person that you love and admire and trust instead. Put another face on that being so that you can imagine them saying the words that you need to hear. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We will go silent for a few moments while you rewrite this memory. If you finish rewriting it once, you can always rewrite it again. Repetition helps the brain retrain to feel and think and behave differently. And as you wrap up the rewriting of your memory, we ask you to use your voice. The vibration of your own voice is one of the most healing things you can do for yourself. And we will channel specific tones just for this group throughout all time and space that will assist you in integrating the healing that you have just experienced. There are certain hand positions that go with these tones that we will ask you to hum with us. And the hand positions connect to certain parts of your brain. We will ask you to switch hand positions at specific times. Always showing you an example through this channel and continue to tone with us. And so now please connect your first finger and your thumb, the fingertip of your first finger and the tip of your thumb together. If you practice yoga, this is called Gyan Mudra. And if not, it looks like the OK symbol. And please tone with us. And now connect your middle finger and your thumb, the tip of your middle finger and the tip of your thumb on each hand, and tone with us. And take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And now we ask you to connect. Now we ask you to connect your ring finger and your pinky finger together with your thumb. So the tip of your ring finger, the tip of your pinky finger, and the tip of your thumb, all connected on each hand. And as we deliver this next set of tones and ask you to tone with us, we ask you to once more repeat your reimagining of that situation. And if there are more elements that you can add in to encourage your brain and your body and spirit to let go of the past, to let go of that old memory, and just bring in the new one, integrating that into your entire structure using these tones. And please tone with us. a deep breath in and a deep breath out. You can relax your hands, resting them in your lap, wherever is comfortable for you. And again, as the Mary Magdalene Collective, we will be doing some work behind the scenes here, working with your belief systems about that moment of trigger or trauma as you walk through the rest of the course. We ask you to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And as you keep breathing in this way, we ask you to bring forward your new memory again. This beautiful memory full of empowerment and love. And we're now going to anchor this memory to our higher selves. The higher self is a beautiful structure that each human being has. It is anchored to your physical being, but it is also anchored to your spiritual and emotional bodies. Some see it as a violet space, a violet silhouette, just over the crown of your head. And your higher self contains wisdom and guidance that is beyond what you could possibly imagine, that is beyond what you already know. Asking your higher self for help and communicating through your higher self, even between yourself and others, is another way forward. And we will continue more about that in the upcoming Mastery Empowerment course. Your higher self can be a means for you to heal relationships between yourself and others, and especially to heal the relationship between you and you. And so we ask you now, as if there was a rope in your hands, to begin tying that new beautiful memory with this rope, connecting it to your higher self. If you would like to use something more poetic than a rope, we encourage you to do so. Move with the aesthetic of your inner self. You know what works best for you. Anchoring this new memory to your higher self. For this is the path forward. This is your way forward. And as this new memory attaches to your higher self, feel as though it is clicking into place. Feel it throughout your entire body, throughout your entire structure. And take one more deep breath in and a deep breath out. For when you breathe, you are further opening your chakras, opening all of the energy centers throughout your body, allowing it to receive healing from source energy, from your guides, and from your higher self. And so we will leave you here, very connected, further connecting this memory, the new memory, to your higher self. And as we leave you here, we would like you to take a moment and imagine yourself living in this memory, feeling this sense of joy and empowerment and peace. If there are additional elements you'd like to bring into this memory, please feel free to do so. If you'd like to use this course over and over again, we encourage you to do so. Continue letting go. Let go, let go, let go. And we're so very pleased to work with you. our greatest love and encouragement to you as you continue throughout your day. Continue your light work, spreading your joy around all those that you meet, changing and touching lives minute by minute. We are so grateful for you. Many blessings to you. And now I'll ask you to move yourself down out of this beautiful place of iridescent light and back down through the laws of the universe, through the different colors of the universe, the purples and pinks, blues, greens, yellows, oranges, and reds, and further down. And move yourself all the way down through the planets and the stars, waving hello, and down through the sky and the clouds, and back down to your new earth, this beautiful place that you created all on your own, just to your specifications, remembering that you can come back here at any time, whenever you want, and ground your feet into your new earth and bring the healing energy from this place up your feet, up your legs, and through your chakra system. The guides are coming forward and working with our internal grid, our chakra system, all of our energy centers. And I'm watching as they connect each of your chakras back in with your higher self to ensure that you are able to communicate with your higher self and receive the messages that you need in order to let go and move forward. And take one more deep breath in and a deep breath out. And slowly open your eyes when you're ready. And now I will encourage everybody, if you're feeling a little bit ungrounded after all of that work, of course that's okay. We were up in the upper planes for more than 30 minutes. It's okay to feel that way. If you're able to take some extra rest, maybe you can lay down and take a quick nap or a long nap. If you are feeling it in your body, you're feeling the energy moving, that's beautiful. That's exactly what we want. If you're not feeling it yet, it's coming. Don't worry. As you move through the next couple of days, remember that your brain and your body is getting rid of a lot of stuff. You just let go of so much. You really dropped a lot. And when your spirit is dropping a lot, it sets off certain physical processes in your body that also allow your body to let go of things too. Some people who practice this work end up dropping a lot of weight, dropping autoimmune conditions and other physical things that they've had for years. So if that starts happening for you, yay, I'm excited for you. In the meantime, please drink lots and lots of water. So all of the water will help your body flush out whatever it doesn't need, all of the things that you just let go of. If you can add some lemon into the water too, that will help your body alkalize and add to your healing too.
What a beautiful process. That was a quantum activation and a quantum shift as we rewrote that timeline. Very interesting. I know it's different for every single person, but the ability to come back and do it again and again and how that will shift us is quite amazing. I just want to share personally without
Please.
going too much into detail, the quantum shift um, for me with that process, I picked a memory from childhood.
Okay.
Before I was even 3 years old, I had to probably be maybe two.
Okay.
And I don't really remember it, but I was there in that scene and I literally saw how it has affected my relationship with my siblings. And so, whew, I'm going to cry here. That's my truth being rewritten, is that we have a beautiful relationship. And so, feeling that release of a lot of dense energy, I just can say that's the integration over the next hours and even overnight and the next days. So that's an example for what each and every one of us listening to that beautiful transmission of light and healing energy that was truly quantum.
Oh, I'm so glad. And can I just say, on a personal note, also, your auric field is always super beautiful. Like every conversation we've ever had, it's always very green and lush and energized and so pretty. And right now, it's kind of tinged with like these beautiful pinks and purples from all of the healing work that you just did on yourself. It's glorious. I'm so
It's
glad.
so beautiful for well, thanks for facilitating that. This is truly how we move into New Earth. It is the mission every one of us have come here to do, to truly anchor New Earth. And so letting go of the past like that, I mean, can we each feel how much lighter we feel and how much we've accomplished from that short but powerful transmission? It really is uh, where the new inspiration comes in, right? When
Yeah.
we're in that joy area, new comes in. And so you call it really the divine guiding light. It
Mhm.
really it really is. We breathed it in to our being today. Share with us more about this divine guiding light.
This course is a 5-part course. It's so beautiful. It was channeled through me for a few months, actually. It was a slower process. And I tend to be a little bit impatient with my guides. I'm all about, let's say, if this is something that people need right now, let's just put it out there right now. And sometimes they have to settle me down a little bit and say, there's a perfect time for this. And we're waiting until that perfect time to give you all of the steps, all of the transmissions, everything that you will need to be able to bring this into the earth. And I'm so happy that they did, because wow, what an incredible time on our planet to be bringing through divine guiding light through each individual person who shares in this course with me. The course focuses a lot on tapping into our higher selves. So because there are 5 transmissions, each transmission has a certain theme. So for example, in the first transmission, we work with our higher selves. The guides give us an example of how to tap into our higher selves. I know that for a lot of people, they're able to do so in meditation. Some are able to do so through like walks in nature and various different methods. But the guides bring through 2 other techniques that perhaps we haven't thought of or worked with before. And so that's very beautiful. They also, at the very end of the first session, ask you to ask a question of your higher self. And we work with that question in the following 4 sessions. So we work with our higher selves to answer the question, to go deeper with the question. And I encourage people to make this a question about their future. Like, what is it that you need to know about your future? We all would love to know everything about our future, but what is it that you just need? Do you need to know where to move? Do you need to know how to leave your job gracefully and start your own channeling or healing practice? Do you need to know how to step into your spiritual gifts? Any question about your future will yield incredible results. And so, over the course of 5 different sessions, people are given different methods to work with their higher selves. At one point, the guides, the Mary Magdalene Collective and the Pleiadians, speak together as a one voice, and they realign our entire chakra system for this upcoming age. As we know, 2020 has been a very big year. And so our chakras are feeling a little out of sorts at times. And the guides bring through an amazing transmission on how to realign our chakras and also connect them in with our higher selves in just instants throughout the day so that we can continue to remain centered and forward focused.
That is beautiful. All right, so those 5 transmissions are available. Again, if you scroll down on this page, you'll be able to see those sessions that Adalina speaks of from her guides. And it's quite a beautiful journey as each of us do this. As you said, the higher self connection is really the key.
Mhm.
And it's so beautiful. So thank you for that. Anything else you'd like to add about that entire process from when you roll this out and you've worked with clients? Have you seen how this helps them?
Oh, yes. So after the first two sessions, one of the women one of her questions when she began, her question to her higher self was, how do I tap into my spiritual gifts? And she was hearing things from her higher self throughout that night after the first session. And then throughout that week, she was just seeing blazing lights everywhere, beautiful, beautiful lights. And then after the second session and working with her higher self some more, she began to see her spirit guides right in front of her. So clairvoyance could be a possible thing that you will end up receiving from this course. But there are so many other things. There's one woman who has had chronic back pain for the last several years. And after the first session of working with her higher self, she got to the root of what that was and was able to walk it through a transformational healing process with the group and completely heal it. So there are all kinds of benefits to this course. I just know that everyone's going to love it. I'm so excited.
I love that. Again, the higher self connection, asking is the key. And it's us, it's our inner wisdom. And you're working to help people really strengthen that wisdom, tap into that wisdom. And it's through the higher self. So thank you for that beautiful transmission and the beautiful course that you have. When people click on the purchase button, they'll get the downloads to those courses that are already underway, right? Or is it rolled out in a certain way?
It is rolled out in a certain way. So the way that I recommend that people do the course is to do one session at a time. So I wouldn't recommend that you buy the course and watch all 5 videos at once. You need some time to let the energies integrate and settle. And so what I recommend that people do is watch one video a week. There's a special Facebook group that you can also join that's just specifically for this course. It's a private group. So as soon as you tick the box and want to join, I will confirm that you've purchased the course through Quantum Conversations and Acoustic Health. And then you'll join the Facebook group where you can talk to everyone else who's taken the class, who's currently taking the class, about their experiences. And I also visit that group quite often. So if you have questions about the course material, you can ask them there and I'll channel a response.
Yay, channeled messages as well. All right, that is very special. And we love the support that you offer for that. It's a great way for everyone to share their experiences too in that private setting. All
Mhm.
right, so enjoy, sign up for that. It's all here on this page. You can learn more. What a very special course that you offer. Thank you so much. And
Thank
thank
you
you
so
to the
much.
Pleiadians and the Mary Magdalene Collective and all the higher beings and spirit guides that you work with for that.
Thank you, Loren. Thank you for this opportunity to share. I so appreciate it.
So, as we say goodbye today, I just want to again share the power of the vibration of the voice. I'm looking at my notes here because I don't want to forget what you said there and how healing it is. And I want to share a little anecdote. You were on Quantum Conversations, and we heard that beautiful story of your background, and we invite our viewers and listeners to check that out too. We'll put a link to that on this webpage. But I want to share that as I was tracing back, working with the technique that you offer and that is shared here, there was I was tracing back a trigger actually, and looking at it, and it was just so interesting to feel the unraveling very fast of very many different points of time in my life that that was related to. And so
Mhm.
I offer this now because it's just an example of how each of us can rapidly clear through a lot of this clutter. It may seem daunting at times, right? With the amount that
Yeah.
we've agreed to come into. And with your work in your past too, you've seen a lot. But
Mhm.
this technique, isn't it amazing? It truly is quantum.
It is. It is. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm so happy that you were able to let all of those things go. The more we let go, the more new, fresh energy we can welcome in. I'm so happy.
And we're so happy for all of you too. And Adalina, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful transmission today and powerful techniques. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.